So, I do not follow mainstream media, pop culture. I'm not familiar with like the latest movies or music or actors that are the hot thing. I haven't been doing that since I was in high school. But that being said, for some reason, Meghan Markle is showing up in my algorithm, and so many people who have podcasts and media outlets are just like really focused on this woman and tearing her to shreds. Apparently she's a piece of shit. She's a narcissist. She's a sociopath. She's a psychopath. She's dangerous. Okay. First off, there's lots of people in the world like that. Why are we focused on her? Oh, because she married a royal. And we have a problem with the fact that she seems to think that we should give her attention. Who does she think she is? Well, you're giving her your attention. Okay? She wants you to love her. She wants you to admire her. But you find her reprehensible. And you're going to focus on that. So it's not that you don't care. You actually care quite a lot. Okay? You care enough. And you care enough to rip somebody to shreds. And you care enough to rip somebody to shreds because you like ripping someone to shreds. Not you, the collective. I'm speaking collectively about people who are doing this, who are engaging in this behavior. We don't care about her. I don't care about her. Now let me talk for 3 hours about how much I can't stand her. Oh, what? No. Now, I've looked into some of what's being said about her, that she's self-absorbed, that she's rude, that she's narcissistic, that she is opportunistic, and that this is why she married into the royal family, is so she could leverage that position to become a star. Okay, well, it seems like some of that might have some truth to it. But why are people delighting in the fact that this person is behaving in such a way? Should we not be concerned about why a person would behave in such a way because they are wounded, because they are traumatized, because they are lacking in love, because they are lacking in a connection to and a relationship with God? This is someone who needs prayers. This is someone who needs kindness and love. This is not a person who needs to be lambasted on the world stage, made into a sacrificial lamb or a scapegoat. This is what's going on. It's like, okay, maybe she does have all these issues, but what about you, person who is just really highlighting all of those issues and pointing the finger at her? What about you? Are you distracting yourself from looking at your own flaws by shining the spotlight on someone who maybe has bigger flaws than you, and that makes you feel better, right? Because now you can say, well, compared to Meghan Markle, I'm doing good. That's what the game that's going on. That's what's happening. And it happens all the time. This is a failure to take personal responsibility. It's a shifting of blame. It's a pointing of the finger, so that we can all go about our lives as usual and feel okay about ourselves, even though we're participating in creating the very world that generates and gives birth and rise to people who have these sorts of issues. Our power lies in being able to look at someone else's behavior, seeing there's a problem, and then saying, oh, do I do that ever? Do I do anything similar to that? Okay, I don't want to do that. Because we can't change another person. Okay? Not even by bullying them. Especially not by bullying them. You're going to make them more of that thing. This person is behaving this way because they're traumatized, because they need love. They want attention. And you're giving them attention, but you're giving them negative attention, which is creating more of a wound, a bigger hole that they are going to feel the need to fill with attention, however they can get it. And for some people, negative attention will do. Okay, she might be getting just what she wants. Eyes on her. but it's feeding the sickness, whatever sickness she might have. But undoubtedly, it's a sickness that came about as a result of living in a sick culture. She is a product of this culture. She is a victim of this culture. And no, she cannot lay into victimhood and expects to get anything good out of it. Okay? Her healing is on her. But guess what? It's on us too. Because we are our brother's keeper. And what we do and how we treat other people does impact them. So instead of looking at somebody else and thinking about how much better you are than them, ask yourself, how am I similar to this person? How can I help this person? Right? We live in a world, in a culture, which creates wounds in people, traumatizes people. We're taught that we have to prove our worthiness. We're intrinsically worthy of love. Okay? But in an economy and in a culture such as ours, where you need people running on a treadmill, chasing after shiny baubles, you need to create chinks in their armor. Holes in their soul, that, a God-sized hole that they'll never be able to fill with anything material. But you tell them God doesn't exist and the material world is all there is, and they'll just keep running after those carrots, those baubles, those shiny things, that material wealth. When the real wealth is spiritual. It comes from God. So, wow, my heart is hurting. I don't know Meghan Markle. What she does in her personal day-to-day life does not impact me. I have no interest in it. But what I do have an interest in is how we are all treating one another. We are all helping to create people such as Meghan who go around manipulating others. When we go out into the world and we speak unkindly and we judge others, and we look down on others and we point the finger at others, we create in them the very kinds of wounds that Meghan Markle seems to be presenting, and for which she is being torn apart and judged. Let he who is without sin cast the first stone, and I certainly am not without sin, and I know that no one else is either. We are here to help each other, to help each other rise up, to help each other heal, to become whole, to become holy. And ripping each other to shreds, tearing each other apart, pointing the finger is not how we do that.